Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm just changing my settings here so that people who show up maybe a little bit later are able to just join without me having to let them in. So just bear with me for a second here. Okay, hopefully that fixed everything. So we're good to go. Do one quick check. Okay, perfect. All right, so thank you everybody for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time on this Friday afternoon before a long weekend and also Valentine's Day. So today we're going to be talking about the 3-year Bachelor of Computer Science degree offered at Seneca Polytechnic, and the pathways from select Ontario College diploma programs. So first, before we get started, just a little bit of information about the Academic Pathways team. We work with students who are interested in learning about options to continue their education with a degree program, whether that be at Seneca or at one of our partner institutions. So we're on hand to promote those pathway opportunities. We do one-on-one virtual advisement with students to talk about a particular pathway option or just in general pathway options that you might have. So we do a lot of information sessions around the college with different departments, just getting the word out about who we are and how we can support you. And then, of course, we do larger pathway events like this one that we've been hosting this week. So as I said, our institution offers exciting pathway opportunities into our own programs at Seneca, as well as partner institutions beyond Seneca. We are the #1 college in transfer pathways, and we have a multitude of partner institutions in the GTA, in Canada, and internationally. So this is our agenda for today. So before I go over that, I just want to introduce myself and our panelists taking part today. My name is June, and I am the Inbound Academic Pathways Coordinator in the Academic Pathways Office at Seneca. And with us today, we have Asma Paracha, who is the Program Coordinator of the Bachelor of Computer Science degree. So today we're going to talk about why you should consider a degree at Seneca Polytechnic, and then we'll go into more detail about the BCMS degree and why it may be right for you. Then we will talk about the available pathways into this degree and touch on eligibility requirements and details about course exemptions. We're going to talk about a scholarship opportunity that's available for degree students who have completed a diploma program. And then finally, we'll provide some details about how you can apply for a pathway into this degree program. So first of all, why should you consider a degree at Seneca Polytechnic? So #1, we offer specialized programs. Our degrees are career focused and aligned with current jobs in the labor market. Our professors and instructors who teach in our programs are industry professionals who work in the field, bringing current knowledge into the classroom. If you take a comparison to a university setting, class sizes at Seneca are much smaller. So, instead of sitting in a huge lecture hall with like 200, 300 other students, you have the ability to connect with your professors and to get to know them. They know you probably on a first name basis, and you're not just a face in a crowd and you're not just a number. All of our degree programs have at least one mandatory work integrated learning term that is required prior to graduation. So the importance of this is that you're going to have some work experience to add to your resume, which is going to make you an attractive candidate when you're out looking for that full-time job post-graduation. And also, you never know, perhaps that will term could potentially turn into a full-time job post-graduation. So now I'm going to turn it over to Asma, who's going to provide some details about the Bachelor of Computer Science degree.
Okay, thank you, June. Hi,
Oh,
everyone.
sorry. I think I have one more slide. My bad.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to touch on the campus where this degree is located. Many of you are probably familiar with Newnham campus, but for those of you that are coming from another Ontario college, perhaps you aren't. So this is one of Ontario's largest college campuses, and it's located at Finch and Highway 404. And this is where the Bachelor of Computer Science degree is offered. The campus has undergone a lot of major builds and enhancements over the last few years. The biggest one is probably the Center for Innovation, Technology, and Entrepreneurship, or SITE, as it's commonly called. So there's about 274,000 square feet of space over 5 stories, bringing together state-of-the-art technology with classroom space. So if you're interested in a tour of the campus, we've got our link on the slide to our campus tours webpage, where you can do a virtual tour of Newnham, or you can even book an in-person tour with our recruitment team if you prefer that. And with that, over to you, Asma.
Hey, thanks, June. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Asma Paracha. I'm the program coordinator for Bachelor's of Computer Science degree. This is a 3 years bachelor degree that has recently been launched by the School of IT Administration and Security. So fall 2024 was when we had our very first cohort. It is a 3 year program. So generally, you had been familiar with honors degrees, which are 4 year in length. But it seems like there is a huge gap in the industry, and they need more people that are trained in information technology and in areas that come under computer science. So keeping that into mind, Seneca has created this 3 year degree, which will make you job ready and career ready with 3 years. In these 3 years, you will be having 6 academic terms, and there is going to be 1 work integrated term. So giving you a little bit of overview of what is the unique aspects for the Bachelor's of Computer Science here at Seneca Polytechnic, and why you should be picking this degree over any other. So first of all, if you are coming directly from a Seneca diploma program, the ones that we have identified as the close affinity, you would be getting an advantage of advanced entry, and June would be talking about that in a bit. Other than that, the degree is pretty unique because it has been developed based on the feedback from the industry. As we all know that technology is now into every single aspect of our life, no matter if you are working in a health sector or no matter if you are working in banking or finance, technology is the heart of every single employment. So it seems like the digital employment is going to be at rise, and it will be another 11% increase by the end of this year. So that's why this degree is going to cater that industry need. Also, Toronto is ranked as the top third country city with the technology workforce. It is a favorable IT employer city. A lot of IT companies have their offices here. So there is a huge potential of graduates of a computer science program. Also, computer science is a pretty general degree that covers a lot of areas. And sometimes a graduate of computer science degree is kind of lost even after graduating. That was one of the things that we considered when we developed this program, and we would like to make sure that it, although being a general computer science degree, would be preparing our students so that they can identify themselves as a specialist in a couple of sub domains of computer science, such as cloud computing, cybersecurity, and human-centered design. And there is an other unique aspect of this degree, which is that it is focused on equity, diversity, inclusion, and accessibility. As accessibility, the need of accessibility is at a rise, and more people are looking for accessible solutions. Teaching accessibility as a core principle of computer science is the key to this degree, and it is going to be a unique aspect of our graduates. Also, graduates of this program will be eligible for some graduate studies options. Thanks, June. Can we move to the next slide? So here I will give you an overview of what are the different courses and how the program map has been designed. So as you, computer science is a degree that cover all aspects of the computer science field, starting from infrastructure, operating systems, and then going into programming, software development, application technologies, and then moving into artificial intelligence, data analytics, and security. So we tried to cater to all the aspects of computer science, the foundational and fundamental aspects, and the ones that are more in demand now and will be in demand in the recent years. Also, computer science degree is incomplete without mathematical concepts. There are a couple of mathematical concepts that you need to understand when you are working in as a computer scientist or in the field of computer science. So we had tried to kind of bundle those math courses along with other technology courses in such a way that you will be learning just the right amount of math needed and will not be lost in the theoretical details, which are usually the case with other degrees in computer science. So as you can see on the screen at the far left side, if we start with the green stream, that are our courses in the math stream. We have lowered the admission requirements of this degree in terms of the math courses in order to make it more accessible and in order to overcome the math, um, the gaps in the mathematical knowledge of students, we are providing a math foundation course, which is the review of grade 12 math. So if you are coming directly from high school into this program, then you have to take this math foundation course. If you're coming through pathway, you would be getting credits for the course. And then we have discrete mathematics and logic and calculus, applied statistics, which are all the different math courses required for a computer science degree. We are providing courses in the software development stream, which is our introduction to computer programming, problem solving, data structures and algorithms, computer architecture and organization, and research methodology courses, which are the courses in the blue color stream that you are looking at. Then we have courses that are going to teach students application development, which includes databases, system analysis, system design and architecture, and our web development courses. In terms of infrastructure and operating system, we have introduction to Unix, networking fundamentals, introduction to security, and software security. So some of these courses you might find very much similar to the courses that you're already taking in your diploma programs. So courses that are similar to what you are taking, you would be getting exemptions from those courses. Then there are courses which are exclusively on the DEI aspect of the program, where we have introduction to DEIA, DEI in computer science, our building and accessibility toolkit, and user interface design. All these courses, which are in the peach color, these are the courses that are connected to the user experience stream, and they are connected to the accessibility stream. There will be a cumulative capstone project at the end of the program where you would be working on a project related to the area of your interest, such as cybersecurity, data analytics, or user design interface. There is a work term between your 5th and 6th semester in your year 3, and there are going to be some liberal studies options, which are similar to the GenEd that you're taking in your diploma program, and one professional option. So pretty much that is how the program is laid out and how you would be spending learning different aspects of computer science in this program. I believe my portion is done. I am staying behind and I will take any program related questions that you have. And for now on, I will give the mic back to June. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Asma. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the pathways that are available for this degree program. So you can see here on the chart that there are 3 diploma programs that have been earmarked as eligible to pathway into an upper level of Seneca's computer science degree. So to be eligible for the pathway, you must have graduated from one of these programs with a minimum GPA of 70% or a 3.0. So eligible graduates of a 2-year computer programming diploma or a 3-year computer programming and analysis advanced diploma would enter semester 3 of the degree in the fall or the winter term. Just want to note that students who start in the fall would go on to complete the degree in 4 semesters plus their work integrated learning term. And students who start in the winter will complete the degree in 4 semesters plus 1 work integrated learning term. Or sorry, excuse me, 3 semesters and their work integrated learning term. So the longer path to completion in the fall, that's just due to course availability for that intake. Graduates of a 3-year computer engineering technology advanced diploma would enter semester 3 in the fall or winter term as well. Again, students who start in the fall will complete the degree in 4 semesters plus their work term. And then students who start in the winter will complete the remaining degree requirements over 5 academic semesters plus a work term. So again, same thing, same amount of credit being awarded, but just with a winter term, it's a bit of a longer path to completion. And the reason for that is just course availability at that time. So our first intake for fall will be this fall 2025. Following that, our first winter intake will be winter 2026. So just a couple of helpful resources that I wanted to draw your attention to. We've got a couple of QR codes on the screen that will take you directly to them. The first is our inbound transfer guide. So this is where you're going to be able to take a look at this degree and then narrow it down by your post-secondary institution, whether that be Seneca or another Ontario college, to see which diploma programs are eligible to pathway in, as I just talked about. So you'll be able to select, let's say you're coming from a 2-year computer programming diploma, you would select that one and you would see all the pathway details that I just went over, including information on how to apply. And then a couple of important documents or PDFs that you will also see are number 1, a block map, and number 2, completion plans. So the block map is basically shows you the full curriculum for the Bachelor of Computer Science. And then all the courses that are highlighted in yellow are the courses that you would receive credit for as a graduate of the 2-year computer programming diploma. And then the completion plan will take the remaining courses and put them in an easy to follow plan semester by semester. So you know exactly which courses you do have to complete in addition to your work term and the optimal order of completion to finish as quickly as possible. So because I said that there is a fall intake and a winter intake, there's going to be a completion plan for each one because the order of courses will be a little bit different depending on when you start. So if you're starting fall 2025, you would look at the completion plan for fall. And if you're starting winter 2026, you would look at the winter completion plan. So those are some really important documents that you should be taking a look at if you pursue the pathway to this degree. It just takes the guesswork out of knowing what courses am I supposed to enroll in because they're not going to be available every semester and also because they have prerequisites attached to them. So if you don't finish one, you can't move on to the next level course potentially. So those completion plans are going to be really helpful for you to take the guesswork out of all of that. And you know exactly what you need to do from semester to semester. And then the other QR code is to our virtual pathways advisement booking system. So after today, if you think of other questions or if you have some things that you just want to clarify and you want to chat with myself or another member of the academic pathways team, you could book a one-on-one virtual advisement appointment. So the way you would do that is just create an account. You can use your Seneca email or your personal email, whichever you prefer. And then you'll be able to see when we have availability and hopefully something works with your schedule and you can book an appointment. Alternatively, of course, you can always reach out to us by email and by phone, and I'll definitely share that information at the end of the presentation. If you don't want to wait for an appointment, or if potentially our appointments are booked, which sometimes happens, that's another way to get in touch with our team. So I'm just going to draw your attention to an entrance award that is available to diploma graduates pursuing a degree at Seneca Polytechnic. It is open to all students regardless of pathway eligibility. It's called the Diploma to Degree Scholarship, and it grants a one-time monetary award of $2,500 to graduates of a Canadian diploma program who have an incoming GPA of at least 75% or a 3.3. The award is also open to international students who have completed a Canadian diploma. So if you're eligible for this, you would apply through your student home account once you're enrolled in the degree program full time. If you've got questions about the scholarship, or you're trying to work through the application process and you're getting stuck, you need some help, you can reach out to the financial aid team through the service hub. Or if you don't qualify for this scholarship, if your GPA is too low, you could potentially take a look at other awards and bursary options that are available for students. Not all of them are related to having a particular GPA. So definitely take a look at the Financial Aid Office webpage, where you can see a list of the available awards and bursaries. So if you are eligible for this pathway and you are interested in applying, this is how you would do that. If you're a current Seneca student or a graduate within the last year, then you would just need to complete and submit the Diploma to Seneca Degree Pathways transfer form and then email it to the Service Hub, and they will pass it along to admissions, who will process it. There's no fee to submit this application form, and you're not required to submit a copy of your Seneca transcript, as our admissions team will have access to it. If you've been away from the college for a year or more after you graduate with your Seneca diploma, then this is when you would have to actually reapply. And at that time, you would be paying an application fee. So if you're a domestic student who's been away for more than a year, you would reapply on ontariocolleges.ca, which is also known as OCAS, making sure to remember to select degree completion as your entry semester when you apply. So that lets our admissions team know that you are applying for the degree, but you want to be considered for the pathway based on your incoming diploma. If you're an international applicant who's been away for more than a year, you would reapply using Seneca's international online application. And then once you've submitted your application, send an email to the Service Hub with your application number, letting them know that you have applied to the Bachelor of Computer Science and you want to be considered for the degree, or for the pathway to the degree. In both instances there, if you are a Seneca grad who's been away for more than a year, you don't have to worry about submitting your transcript because admissions will be able to access it. In terms of deadlines for applying, there's no hard deadline to apply to a program at Seneca. As long as there's still space in the program, they will admit you up until 4 days after classes start, but only if there's still spaces available. So we do suggest that you apply earlier. If you're a current Seneca student in one of the 3 diploma programs and you're in your final semester, that would be the time to submit this form to the Service Hub. That way you would get potentially a conditional offer if you meet the requirements. The conditions being obviously that by the time classes start in either the fall or winter, whenever you're looking to start, you will have graduated from your diploma and maintained that 3.0 GPA. If you are an external student from another Ontario college and you've completed one of the 3 eligible diploma programs with the required GPA, you would apply in one of 2 ways. So if you're a domestic applicant, you would apply online at ontariocolleges.ca, again, making sure to remember to select degree completion as your entry semester when you apply. If you're an international applicant, you would use Seneca's international online application and then follow up with your admissions advisor through the Service Hub to inform them of your pathway eligibility. In both instances here, if you're coming from another Ontario college, then this is where you're going to have to make sure that you also submit an official copy of your transcript from your home institution. So that brings us to the end of this session. But before we take questions from our attendees today, I just wanted to let you know that we've got our phone number and the Academic Pathways email address on the screen here. So like I said, if you can either make an appointment with our team, or if you just had a quick question and you wanted to shoot us an email or give us a call, you can do that as well. We're super responsive with getting back to emails. We'll probably get back to you that day. You can also follow us on social media to stay on top of what is happening in our department in terms of, new pathways, updates to pathways, different pathway events that we're hosting, or, maybe we're taking part in an information session across the college with another department as well. And then if you've got questions about the Bachelor of Computer Science that are more specific to the program, course questions about the will term, things like that, you can definitely reach out to Asma. We've got her email and phone number there, and I'm sure she'd be more than happy to assist you. So with that, I think we can open it up to our attendees if you've got any questions. If you wanted me to flip back to any of the slides, I can certainly do that as well. That's not a problem. So you can put your questions in the chat and we will get to those. Oh, and if you want to, you can also put your hand up and I can enable your mic, but you'll have to unmute yourself. So Kulpreet, I just enabled your mic, so you should be able to unmute yourself, hopefully.
Hi
Hello?
there. Hi June, can you able to hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So my question is that I graduated from Humber College, and I did computer engineering technology program. It's 3 year advanced diploma,
Mm-hmm.
and I did it in year 2021, and then I just did my job, and now I just want to complete my bachelor degree. So I mean I have to apply from OCAS OntarioColleges.ca website for
Yes.
me.
If you're a Canadian applicant, then you would use OCAST. And then when you get to there's a part where you're going to select degree completion as
Okay.
your entry semester, because your other option is semester one, which you don't want because you're applying for an upper semester, right? And then,
Yeah.
of course, through the application process, you'll be able to request your official transcript from Humber.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah.
the credits will still be transferable, right? So I
Yeah.
have complete. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. As long as you graduated from that computer engineering technology advanced diploma with at least a 3.0 or 70% GPA, then you're
Mm-hmm.
eligible.
Okay, okay, okay. And which year I will enroll into the bachelor program? I mean,
So,
which year I will be in?
so you would be going into year two, semester three, as
Year
you
two.
can see on this slide there. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
Year two, semester three.
yep,
Just give me a moment to take a picture of this light.
sure. We're also
Uh,
going to have this available. It should show up in the chat afterwards, and then we're going to be sending this out to all students anyway as well, all the
okay,
recordings. Yeah.
okay, 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 okay. And you have said that year two, semester three. So I have to complete 4 additional semesters in order to complete my bachelor degree, right?
Yeah, so if you're looking to start this fall, then it would take you 4 semesters of like coursework, plus
Okay.
1 semester will be when you're out on your work term.
Okay, okay, okay. And my
Yeah.
last question is that what's the fee structure for domestic student?
So you can find that information on the program page. I'll put a link to it in the chat. Just give me 1 second. So you'll be able to see the tuition amounts per year, and then you can also see the individual fee details per year. So just let me stick that in there for you.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you can just put a link.
Yep,
Thank you.
it's there now. Okay, no
Thank you.
problem. So we got a question about, is this program delivered part-time or full-time? So this is a full-time program, like Monday to Friday during the day. It's not available for evening studies, unfortunately. Then we got a question, perhaps Asma, you can touch on it. Why CPA and CPP get the same credits awarded?
Yes. So the number of credits that you're getting is not dependent on the length of the program. It's dependent on how close or similar the courses are. So CPP, the last 2 semester pretty much contains professional options, and it depends upon different students taking different professional options. So there is no standard set of courses that every single student coming out of that program would be taking. So that's why the number of transfer credits is same for CPP and CPA, because the last year pretty much is different for each student based on their choice.
Is this program OSAP eligible? Yes, I believe it is. So if you wanted to find some information about OSAP, I can put the link to that page. Actually, I'll just put the financial supports resources page in the chat box too. And you can take a look at that. And then, of course, if you have questions about OSAP, you can reach out to the Service Hub to connect with a financial aid advisor too. Are the classes running during the summer? If we say 3 semesters and 1 will term, we say, well, it take us about a year and a half. So Julia, what you would do is take a look at the block maps and completion plans that you can find within the degree transfer guide or the inbound transfer guide, excuse me, because that's going to really spell out like when you're going to be in classes and when you're going to be on your work term. So it's going to be different depending on the program. So I'm going to put a link in the chat to the Bachelor of Computer Science's webpage. They have like a pathways tab where you can actually see the all the different, it will link you to all the different pathways depending on which program you've completed or are completing, and it will link you right to the inbound transfer guide where you can see those completion plans. So if you're coming from Seneca, you would just click on pathways within Seneca, and it opens up sort of like an accordion style, and you can see the 3 individual diplomas at Pathway In. And then on the right, there's a link for pathway details, and it will take you right to the guide. So you can take a look at those completion plans. If I'm currently enrolled in Seneca, are there any courses that I can take next semester from the bachelor's degree so the credit also gets transferred? No. So you have to complete your diploma program prior to enrolling in an upper level of the degree. Am I eligible? Sorry, go ahead,
Sorry,
Asma.
missed one question. So there was a question before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can you just, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Is this program's available at Newnham? Are there any other college locations? At this point, it's just Newnham. Am I eligible to apply if I graduated from a diploma more than 5 years ago? Will the number of credits stay the same? So as far as I know, the limit is 5 years post-graduation. Is that correct, Asma?
Yes. So if you have graduated in the last 5 years, because the thing is, the field of computer science, it changes so rapidly that if you have taken a credential which is more than 5 years ago, you probably need to redo those courses as things might have changed so much that, yeah. So the validity is 5 years.
Okay, perfect. I'm just going to take a question from somebody who wants to talk to us. Okay, I've unmuted you. Again, you should be able to unmute yourself to ask your question. Oops.
So Kulpreet, you have a hand. Do you have a question? Okay. We have one more hand.
Yeah, I've unmuted you. You should be able to. Oh, okay. I think I can hear you. Oops. Can you unmute yourself? If you can't, you can also just type your question in the chat box too. Your mic is enabled, so you should be able to unmute yourself and ask your question. There's just while we're waiting, there's a question about if I'm a CPA grad who graduated in August 2024, can I use that form? Yes, you can. I'll put a link to the form in the chat box. There you go. There's a diploma to Seneca degree pathways transfer form. All right, Preet, I just unmuted you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Actually, I'm enrolled in the computer systems technician program in Seneca College New campus, and I want to ask if I am eligible for applying into computer science bachelor degree.
Unfortunately, we don't have a pathway from that program. The pathway is from the three that you see on the screen here. I mean, you can still apply for the Bachelor of Computer Science for sure, but you would be starting from semester one.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, we've got a couple questions coming in, just waiting. How many credits in total for graduation? So Caroline, if you can see the screen here, it depends what program you're coming from. Which program have you completed or are you completing? CPP. Okay, so you can take a look at the inbound transfer guide for the CPP details. That will tell you how many courses you'll have to complete and over how many semesters. So I'll put that in the chat box. Oops. There you go. So you'll have to complete 18 courses in total. No problem. So I can put the other two as well. I might as well, since I've already started. So I'll do CPA. So there's CPA. And I'll do ECT. And there's ECT. So the co-op is between the fourth and fifth semester. Is that correct, Asma?
The co-op is between fifth and sixth semester.
Fifth and sixth. Okay, thank you. All right, Pisagan, I'll try and unmute you here. Okay, so I've allowed the mic, so you should be able to unmute yourself.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions. I was a bit confused with the number of semesters remaining section. It says fall entry is 4 semesters, and then winter entry is 3 semesters remaining.
Yeah.
Do you mind explaining why?
So the reason for that is because degree courses are not available every semester. So depending on when you start, your completion plan is going to be a little bit different. You're still getting the same amount of credit. You're still starting in the same semester, but unfortunately, it's going to take you like a semester longer in some entry points because the courses you need are only available at certain times. So we had to sort of like work the completion plan around so that you can finish. And it unfortunately means you have to finish a little bit. It'll take you a little bit longer, but you're still getting the same amount of credit.
Okay, would the workloads be, so instead of doing 3 semesters, if I were to join the fall entry, would that mean the workload would be split a little bit between the 2 semesters?
Yeah, it'll be split a little bit more, but you can take a look at the completion plans as I outlined to see how they compare.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And
so
then,
they're in the chat box there, each one. So take a look at that, look at the completion plans for fall and winter, and you can see how many courses you'll be doing each term, dependent on when you start.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. And then
No
I
problem.
also have a question about the mandatory work term. Um, how does that work? And like, is that something that you'd be providing to us in terms of the role? And can it be like extended for more than one term?
As much as you want to touch on that one?
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
So Seneca, all the programs where Seneca have a work term, you be enrolled into a course which is called WTP 200. So if we can, June, go towards the program map, that's usually the course that you take in the semester before the work term. So in our Bachelor's of Computer Science degree, in the fall of year 3, you will be enrolled into this WTP 200 course. The purpose of this course is that you be given access to a job board where usually the top employers that are associated with Seneca post the job, and you can apply through Seneca Works. You will be assigned a will coordinator, and that will coordinator can help you prepare your resume and would be helping you in applying for those jobs. If you have a job that you can find and secured on your own outside Seneca work, yes, you're also allowed to work on that. You just need to make sure that you get it approved by your will coordinator before you can accept the offer. Right now, we have only one work term, 4 months long. If you are going, and that needs to be done in winter of year 3. So if, and then right after you come back from your work term, we will be offering your 6th semester courses so that you can graduate. If you prolong your work term, you will then have to wait 1 year to do your 6th semester courses, right? So it's a pretty prescribed curriculum, and students need to follow those curriculums if they would like to minimize or kind of optimize their completion period.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens if someone is struggling to find a work term? Because it's mandatory, right? So would they be unable to progress?
No. So for a mandatory work term means that you need to get a work term in order to be eligible for graduation. There are a couple of things, and if students who at that time struggle, we have different options, and we have been working with these options with our other programs as well, because in Seneca, all of our degrees do have mandatory work terms. Some of them even have 2 work terms. And something has to work so that students can graduate.
Okay.
Okay.
So Seneca provides options if somebody or if someone can't find a work term, right?
Well, there will be support through the work term Seneca work team. But at the end of the day, yes, you have to. If you are unable to find a co-op, it means that you won't be able to find a job after graduation, right? So the purpose of this program is to prepare you for the job industry. If you know the stuff, if you have been progressing well in the course, then you should be able to find a job or find a workplace at the first, uh, as a first step, and then finally able to find a job after graduation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I have a, June, I think so there is another question which is pretty related to this, so I will take that. So
Sure.
David, you have a question. Can I take 2 co-op terms instead of a summer break? So David, as June has already mentioned, we in college systems, when we offer degrees, we have courses that we offer in certain semesters, right? If you're looking at the map right now, you can see that with the first semester, there is fall and winter. So our first semester courses are offered in fall and winter. Our second semester courses are offered in winter and summer, right? Our third semester courses are offered only in fall. Fourth is in winter. Fifth is in fall. Your work term is supposed to be in winter, and summer of last year is your 6th semester courses. So being said that, you have to follow the structure as it is. There is no place for 2 work terms. If you have a summer off in your second year, you can go for internship. If you're able to find an internship, yes, you can do an internship. If you're able to find part-time job related to information technology or computer science, yes, you are able to work on that, but that will not be used as your work term credit. Your work term credit is happening after fifth semester, but nobody is stopping you to do an internship in your second year or in your first year if your summer of first year is also free. So that can be done, right?
Dakshan, I've also, if you wanted, I unmuted you, so you should be able to, or I've enabled your mic if you had another
Okay,
question.
okay, got it. Yep. Hi.
Hi.
So my question is, I'm enrolled in fourth semester right now. So is that possible to switching now, like the coming semester before graduating this ECT?
No, you have to graduate with a 3.0 GPA to be eligible.
Ah, okay, I got it.
Yeah,
That-
yeah. So you wouldn't be able to start potentially, like you're in your fourth semester now.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able, so when is your last semester going to be? Fall?
I mean 2026.
Winter?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you would be starting fall 2026 would be the next intake. Yeah.
Ah, okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Just another couple questions. Sorry, Kirat, I don't know if I understand your question. So you take WTP 200 first before you go onto your work term. Okay, Shajidul, I've enabled your mic. To be able to unmute yourself. Oh, okay. Maybe you don't have a question anymore. Kyra, yes, you need to have a minimum 3.0 GPA to be eligible. If you got a 2.9, unfortunately, you're not eligible. So maybe you could potentially retake some diploma courses to bump it up. But the minimum is a 3.0. So if you've got a 3.0, you're good to go. No problem.
Hi, I have another question.
Sure.
So, I was wondering, after completing this degree, um, is there any additional pathways like into masters or any bridging programs into maybe like if there's no masters provided with at Seneca? I don't think there is, but is there any like pathways into maybe any part? You were mentioning partner.
So we don't have
institution.
any pathways to master's programs, and I think most master's degrees are going to be looking for a 4-year honors degree. I mean, I can't say that as like a blanket statement. I don't know every institution and what they're requiring, but I think on average, at least in Canada, they're looking for a 4-year honors degree as part of their admission requirements. But I mean, I would encourage you to take a look at potential programs that you're interested in to verify what their admission requirements are and whether or not they would accept a 3-year. But I think the majority of the time they're looking for a 4-year degree.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. These are good questions, guys. Okay, so the questions seem to have slowed a bit, but like I said, this information, the recording of this session will be made available to everybody. It's going to be posted on the event page where you would have registered for this session. So it will be there, and we'll be sending an email to everybody with a link to where they can review all the sessions that we held over this week. And then, of course, reach out to our team. If you've got questions that you think of afterwards, you can send us an email, give us a call, or you can make an appointment to chat with us. I'll put the link to our appointment system in the chat as well, just so you got an easy link to it. And we can certainly assist you. But like I said, if you've got really program specific questions about courses, course content, that kind of stuff, I'll definitely direct you to touch base with Asma, because that is more her area of expertise. And I'm sure she'd be able to assist you with that. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming and asking such great questions and coming on a Friday afternoon before a long weekend too. That's always great. Thank you very, very much, Asma. We always appreciate your time and your support with this event, and we hope to see some of you in the BCMS degree.
Thank you, June. Thanks, everyone. As June mentioned, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. I'll be
Great.
happy to answer.
Thank you.
Yep, bye,
Great.
everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.
Okay.
Thanks, Asma.
So next semester, we don't have it in summer, right? We do it in fall now.
Yeah, just fall. Yeah. So fall will be the next time. Yeah.
Okay, you enjoy the weekend. Take
Okay,
care.
you too. Thanks, Asma. Bye for now.